Ladies and gentlemen, before we step into the game for part 2 of our Deity Wonder Start as Germany today, I just want to let you know that by the time you watch this, it should be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We are going to go live for a New Year's Eve into New Year's stream on twitch.tv/VanBradley. So we're going to kick off a game of Civ at 6 o'clock. I'm going to play it through midnight Pacific time because that's the time zone I'm in. So it'll be from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern. I've had a few suggestions for games. Some people want to see like a domination game on Prince with like 36 players, whatever. We'll do whatever you guys want to see on the day. I'm very, very happy to do a New Year's stream with you guys. Just so you guys know, if you want to hop over, twitch.tv/VanBradley, link in the description for a New Year's stream that should be happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I will see you there. Let's get into the intro now. And then the intro, which you want to listen to for like map seed information and stuff, that'll take you to the start of the game, or the start of part 2. And then this is just a video. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you have a good time. This is a bit strange to say, but welcome into the last video on this channel for the year 2020. While 2020 has not been a great year for a lot of people, this little thing we got going on YouTube and Twitch has been such a shining light for me, and I hope for you guys as well. So just a quick end of year thank you. I will be posting a video on the first of the year just to kind of look forward, look back, kind of see what's up, see where we're headed and those types of things. But I just want to do a quick thank you here as well. Welcome into part 2 of our Deity Wonder Start with Germany. By the time you are watching this, I have found the game seed and the map seed and the game info and everything you need to play this game. So that should be pinned in the comments of this video and pinned in the comments of the first video, as well as on our Discord, which has the link in the description. You should be able to go on the Discord, and there will be a place to play along with us where you can post your screenshots and stuff and chat about the save that we're all playing together. And you should be able to change the difficulty as well. So if you're a new Civ player, I believe having all the game seed, map seed stuff, it loads the game in the same way, but you can change the difficulty if you don't want to play it on Deity, if you want to try it on Prince or Emperor or whatever. You should be able to do that. And I just want to give a quick shout out to all the people that came into our Twitch chat last night. You should also come into the Twitch chat, link in the description. We were having a very fun Russia game going last night on Twitch, but a bunch of people came over to Twitch. I was struggling to find that info for you guys, and they helped me out, and I appreciate it a lot. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. Let's jump into part 2 of our Deity Wonder Start with Germany. Thank you guys so much. Have a happy new year, and we will see you on the flip side. Good day, everyone. We are back for episode 2 of this game here as Germany with our Wonder Start at Mount Marema. I've got my coffee and I'm ready to sit down for 2 hours and record this. The first episode just went up on YouTube, and I really like to put the episodes up as I record them. That way the kind of the response to everything is genuine. And even with the Pericles games, like, we lose a game from time to time, and I think it's cool that my reactions to things are the same as yours when I'm in the YouTube comments and everything. Also, that video has like 250 views. It's only been out for a couple hours, which is awesome by our small little YouTube channel standards. So you guys are amazing. I appreciate it so much. And let's hop in to this game as Germany for the second time. All right, there's a few things going on in Cologne. The first thing we need to do is this aqueduct, so we'll do that right away. And then we are going to lock in the campus, even if we're not building it right away, as we discussed before. That helps save some production on the campus, because it'll permanently be at 131 now, and it won't go up later if we build more campuses or anything like that. So that is perfectly fine. Hanzas are finished now, which was kind of our next big thing in the tech tree. I do want to head back a little bit. There are some things we have to pick up here. Obviously, irrigation and bronze working are important. Revealing iron is going to be nice for us. And then I'm going to move up to lumber mills, I think. There's a few cities here that if you add the lumber mills onto the Hanzas, we're going to have lots and lots of production. So I think if a city isn't able to have a good Hansa or doesn't have another means of production, a city like this could probably make use of these as lumber mills, or we could chop them as well. I just think it's probably smart to go for it at this point. Yeah, so this is already a +8 Hansa, even if I don't have a commercial hub next to it. So I'm going to grab this down probably before the monument is finished. And then we can also lock in the campus here as well, which we will do. So we'll lock that in. So build the Hansa, the monument, and then we'll come back to the campus later. I probably want to build that workshop before I build the campus, but this is a good setup over here in Frankfurt. For now, campus adjacency is going to be very, very good. Industrial zone adjacency is what we're going to need. We're not going to build any more settlers until the Ancestral Hall is done, so we can take out that card for now. We have a couple barbarians we need to fight, so I'm happy with the rest of this. I'm going to grab Amani here so I can start being the Sioux of some of these city-states. I think Singapore is a good start. I think bouncing Amani around for some era score and getting some suzerainships is going to be a good strategy for us. So we'll grab Amani. As much as I'd love Magnus at this point, I think Magnus with provision might be good if we're going to keep building settlers with Ancestral Hall. I think getting at least one industrial city-state under our belt is probably a good play. I seem to be already collecting iron, which is awesome. We kind of accidentally put districts on top of iron before it was revealed, which I'm rather glad of because I like these district spots instead. So I think getting 4 iron per turn without having to put down any of the mines is a good deal for us. I'm starting to consider whether I should settle over here at all. I'm not sure if Japan is going to make its way over. You can see there's already some loyalty penalties. I just think there's a good campus. There's a river here. We could build an aqueduct, get a Hansa. I think before Japan goes too crazy, we might want to at least try to get one. We can't go on the water yet either. Classic us. Try to get one city over here might be smart. We'll have to try and figure that out. I'm going to move Pingala to... Oh, no, I don't want to promote. Okay, I want to reassign Pingala. I want to move Pingala to Frankfurt, I think, because I think Frankfurt's going to have a high population and will also give us great engineer points and great scientist points, so that's not really a miss here. And I don't really need the great engineer or the great admiral points anyway, so that's fine. We do have to go through a few turns of not getting his science and culture bonuses, which sucks a little bit, but I am going to start to appoint Magnus in Aachen here. We're probably building at least 5 settlers in Aachen to kind of colonize the rest of the land that we can reach, and not losing population every time would be nice, so we'll try and make it. We'll definitely make it for at least a couple of the settlers, so that should be a good strategy for us. Gonna grab open borders with Gaul here. If he's gonna murder me, he can just come and do that. So I'm gonna use this to move my scout through his lands, see what he's up to, say hello, and see what's going on. Amani has finally ended up in Singapore here, so we can see where Japan is laid out. And as expected, we do have a little bit of space up here. No ley lines, though. There is a plus... Oh, wow. A plus... What is this campus? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. That is a +8 campus. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, that's like part of a plan if we can get over here. That's incredible. I'm going to head to shipbuilding to make sure that we can move our settlers across the water, and then up to universities to boost some of our campuses. And I'm also starting to pin out some other cities as I see them. These 4 ley lines here give us a decent opportunity to go for a Hansa. That'll get the mine bonuses, the ley line bonus, the commercial hub bonus. So that should be good up here. That's like an 8th or 9th or 10th city. It's not urgent for us to get up there, but it's nice to have some plans. That way, if something goes south over here, we can make it work. And we're just going to try and settle as many decent cities as possible. First Hansa down means +4 era score. And now we will be building things with a haste in Frankfurt. So we'll finish up the monument. Then we will go for the workshop indeed. All right. Ancestral Hall is done, so we should be getting a free builder here when we settle this city. And indeed we do, so that's perfect. Now, the only issue with this city here is this is a really good harbor, but I want to grab a commercial hub to go next to the Hansa. So what I will do here is I will grab the aqueduct. We have to put the aqueduct here. So we put the aqueduct next to the mountain, so we can chop this out, put an industrial zone right here. It's a bad commercial hub, but just for the Hansa adjacency might be worth it as well. This is not a terrible campus. This isn't really the best science city, but as far as great engineer points go, this one might work out for us. So I'll do some pinning and some building, and we'll see what makes sense for us. We are in a regular age again, and I'm going to go for free inquiry again. Just the most reliable source of era score for us in this era, I think. So I've pinned out at least one city up here. I'm not sure how this one's going to go yet. I'm just spitballing here. But getting a city center kind of away from this area here gives us 2 cities, as long as Japan doesn't come to ruin our life, which Singapore should stop, which is awesome. But as you can see, same strat as always. Aqueduct, Hansa, commercial hubs, really pumping up those gold numbers and those production numbers. The only thing we do have to consider, though, is we currently have 15 culture. So we're going to have to find a way to get a bunch of culture. So we do need to focus at least some of our cities here. Magdeburg is a good example, but at least somewhere to get some theater squares. And maybe after we've built a few wonders, that'll become more apparent. But it's just something to keep an eye on, that if we blitz ahead in gold and science, but not in culture, that's not overly helpful. I think this trader is good and dead, and so unfortunately I have to save this gold here to buy a trader. But now that I can see that this trader is probably dead, I shall make sure I save the gold. This trader is almost definitely dead. It never ends. Gaul, what are you doing? What are you doing, Gaul? What are you doing? All right, we're going to take provision on Magnus here. That way, the rest of the settlers, which is probably 4 or 5 more, we're going to build. I was told in the YouTube comments it was Aiken instead of Atchin, which makes a lot of sense to me because I'm terrible at pronouncing things. But I'm going to stick with Atchin. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to build a bunch of settlers here, so I'm going to put provision in there to make sure that that continues without losing any more population. We found a Great Admiral that only gives us a quadreme unit. I really just took it for the 1 era score, but I'm not going to complain about having a quadreme unit buzzing about near Dortmund for now, just in case Japan comes to cause a ruckus. At least it's something to have in the area. And we currently have no loyalty problems settling the city on this fissure, so I'm going to bring the settler over to do that as we build more settlers to fill out this area next. By some miracle, this trader actually survived, so that's awesome. So good job, Gaul. I appreciate it. It is a +8 campus. I did count correctly earlier. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. A +8 campus just sitting out there for everyone to see. Let's get that online right away. With a haste, please. We're going to do a commercial hub and a Hansa here. That way the Hansa here gets 2 commercial hubs next to it, which will give it a really big boost. So we have a great campus and a great Hansa and a good commercial hub all in one city, which is great. Still not figuring out those theater squares, though. We're going to have to do that really fast, but I'm going to put it off for as long as possible because I'm digging the setup we got. I found a really good spot for the mausoleum at Halicarnassus in a city that at least has quite a few shallow water ocean tiles to make it work. So we're going to grab this great engineer that gives us production towards wonder construction, and we will be grabbing the mausoleum down here with it. And there she is, 1 great engineer down, 1 mausoleum at Halicarnassus up. Unfortunately, not in the best place for theater squares because I don't want these 2 rice tiles for food because we're going to struggle with food this game. But at least it's a wonder. Maybe we can put a theater square here. And for now, it gives all of these tiles a little bit of extra culture and science and faith and all that good stuff. So that is at least moderately helpful. All right, Lady 6 Guy is very mad that we settled near her, but I'm sorry, girlfriend. I really need these truffles as soon as I can grab them. So that's a bit unfortunate for you. Another really good commercial hub, aqueduct, Hansa City that we want to put down here. Lots of places for all of it, so I'll sort that out. And we will continue our science-y, production-y, goldy reign. I'm starting to feel really, really good with where we're at. Turn 118. Next turn, we're going to get another +8 campus going down, which is +16 with the adjacency card in. So that's going to be great. We have more gold going down. Our districts are starting to come together. Found a few spots for some theater squares. The only problem we're having now is food related, and I'm not really sure how to solve it. We're going to need to start churning out some builders, which should be easy to do with our high production cities. We got to grab these double rice. We got to probably clear the marsh and put some farms down over here. That's the thing with a Highlands map that makes it kind of hard is there's not a lot of room for food, so you kind of just got to take it where you can get it. And so I'm building a farm over here, for instance, just to help out a little bit, and we'll try and piece together some sort of cohesive food-based strategy for the rest of this game. Japan wants to be friends with us, which is fantastic. I would love friendship with you, Japan. Welcome in. The next thing we're going to have to take a look at here is our faith. We have 19 faith per turn. Got quite a bit of faith coming in. So we can buy some specific great people. So as we go around, right, 175% or 175 production towards wonders probably feels pretty good. Doubled if the wonders from the ancient or classical era. So looking through these wonders, there might be some things we want to buy. That's the best use of our faith at the moment. Sorry, not wonders, great people. So if you have a lot of faith, just kind of ticking in, you don't have monumentality, there's nowhere else to spend it, start looking at some great people you might want to buy as they come up. And China is the last player in the game. That is probably where most of the early wonders went, if I had to take a guess. We're not worthy of your friendship, but you will take a trade delegation. And you know what, China? I appreciate that. You're a good guy. You're not a bad guy, China. Not bad at all. China also wants to be friendly, so I shall be friends with China. The less people that want to kill me while I'm ramping up my empire here, the better I will feel about life. Go for a university, then an amphitheater. This is what I mean, though. It's hard to find time to get the builders in, to find some food, because you have all these districts, you're putting them down, you're getting the buildings, and so we will have to find some time in there. I hate to settle more cities that need aqueducts, but we're running out of room, and I just want to take up as much space as possible. So that's all I'm focused on right now, is just taking up space somewhere so that the other civs in the game can't take it. These 5 original cities will kind of be our breadwinners, our power players as we head into the end game here. I have this great engineer now. We didn't buy it with faith. We just kind of earned it. That'll give us 350 production towards a Petra, which costs 400 production. So I'm trying to find a way to settle a city over here while we're waiting for Japan. I know I saw a settler around here, but I can see a world where we grab these truffles, maybe settle on the woods here and have a whole great Petra, but also some good spots for districts as well. And we'll try and figure that out. But that's kind of my thought right now with this settler that's just finished. I was sending it up here, and then I was like, wait a minute. I can grab the Petra over here, and that might be our best play. With the policy cards, I'm going to switch out the settler card for Insula here to give a little bit of extra housing. I'm also going to take some time to build some builders with serfdom in. We don't have a lot of tiles we need to work, which means that giving builders 5 builds will get a lot farther. And so we'll try and get a few builders out between all these cities with 5 builds, and then we can take that card out for the rest of the game and just maximize our builders. And these boats are going on a scouting mission to make sure that Japan does not come and settle a city here. I'm a little bit worried about losing the suzerainship of Singapore, which would not be good for us at all, but I really want this extra 2 science here in every university and consulate building, especially when we have 3 or 4 universities going in soon. So that'll be helpful for us. Otherwise, I think this era is ending soon. This is just the real build-up phase. We're trying to get everything built up. We're trying to get our districts built. We're trying to get the rest of our cities settled. We're trying to figure out our wonders, planning a Ruhr Valley maybe, trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do to win this game. So I'm excited to see where it goes from here. We've hit another standard age here, which is a little bit awkward because the Gaul are in a dark age, which is great, which means I could probably settle another city right over here, which I wasn't able to do before, probably on this Niter tile. But the Maya, who've taken over Auckland, are in a golden age, which makes this city down here, one second, let us take probably Monumentality. Yeah, Monumentality. Which makes Ulm a little bit tricky, so we'll probably have to move Magnus down to Ulm soon. So after this lighthouse, I'll probably build 1 more settler and move Magnus down. We're approaching factories, we're approaching the Ruhr Valley, so we'll have to get this city online. That'll involve buying some tiles over here to get some food down, get some chops in to be able to put down the Hansa and the Ruhr Valley that we're hoping to do. I think this is a great spot to leave the episode, though. Oh, well, you even have to decide whether we want to use this great engineer for a Petra or the Ruhr Valley. Probably the Petra, because at least I get 2 charges with that, so it maximizes the effectiveness. Anyways, I think this is a great spot to end the episode. Not the longest one, but a good episode 2. The episode 2 and the episode 3 are kind of the ones where we build everything up and we work towards getting to our end game, which we have done very well this episode, I think. I think we're doing okay. And then episode 4 is where it really all comes together and culminates in the victory or the defeat if you're watching the Pericles game. Whatever comes happens. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like and a comment. I love to read your comments. If you go back to episode 1, I like them and comment whenever I can, so that'd be cool for you to do. Also, you can check us out on our live stream, twitch.tv/VanBradley, in the description below. Other than that, though, just thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you in the next one.